Hey, so I haven't posted in a couple of days, but it's due to the fact that my son's been home for Easter break. It's a little bit hard to find time to make my videos. At the moment, it is 11:11 p.m. So what a time to start this video. I've got home late from meeting with my spiritual group. I am very blessed and very fortunate to be able to have a community, though small, of people who can get together and, share experiences and just connect really, and have a space, like hold space for each other. So we've had a seance tonight, and very grateful for the medium, and had a few messages come through for myself. The one that mainly stuck out to me, I wanted to share with you. It's basically, I was told that where I am right now, obviously, my energy is very strong, and I'm in a place where I'm really in a deep search for finding deeper parts of myself, finding the full truth of who I am. A deep search. And the fact that my crown is very open right now and I'm receiving a lot of information. It's a clear channel to the universe, everything beyond what we are here to experience. And the other side of that is obviously grounding, and not just grounding. It's about, for me, what really stuck out to me about this was the fact that as I was being told all of this, I got the whole sense of like being born again. Being born again and starting fresh. And it's almost like I've arrived. I've finally been birthed again, and I have to learn how to be human. I don't have to learn how to sit up and turn my head and crawl and walk again. I've got all of those physical aspects. I've got those tools, put it that way. I've already got those tools and the wisdom and the knowledge. And this is literally going back into another message that I've done before, which is amazing that has come through me to say to you, and now it's a message that also is taking a turn onto myself. But it's this whole new arrival and learning how to be human, and how, like, the ways that I want to show up within this life. It's it's about mastery within the mind and the channel, and stepping into natural ability. Don't like gifted as much, but the natural ability that we've been given here. It's learning to master that. It's already having mastered the clear channel mentally, but then somehow, some way, tripping over my own feet is what I'm hearing now. It's like tripping over my own feet when it comes to doing things, establishing myself on a physical level. I feel like if you're watching this and it resonates with you, like you get it, like it's kind of like if you know, you know. If it's not resonating with you, it's probably not a message that's meant for you. So thank you for your time, but you can click off now. But it's this sense of, and I've always been very connected to home, and I've always had that sense of, and I just felt it today, where, sorry, I literally just flashback to today where I felt frustrated because I feel like, and the vision that I got in my head earlier was just like, I'm sitting on kind of like a spiky chair and it pains me. And I'm just like, I'm sitting literally 2 feet away from another chair that is just like comfy and cozy. And I know I would love it there. I'll feel so much better there. I'll feel so much lighter. And I can see the chair and I'm just like, but I can see it and it exists. And I'd love to just be there because of all the heavy and denseness and the pain that I have to feel sitting on this spiky chair. And that is the analogy that was kind of in my head because it's been constant in my life, feeling like that fluffy, soft chair that is right there, that is just so within my reach. I can reach forward in front of me and touch it. That has been home. That sense of home, that essence, that it's always been there. It's all around us. But it's that sense of not having a body, not having, an ego, not having a mind that restricts and controls me. It's that sense of like complete, utter freedom, you know? Freedom, like, the thing is that we don't even really have problems in this life. It's kind of like we have obstacles. It's kind of like we have these stamps that are meant to be indicators on where we can swerve. Sorry, I'm going too fast. Swerve right and swerve left, So it's like things become problematic to steer us on this journey, to kind of like I'm seeing a not ping pong thing. What is it called? That game, with the metal ball and it flicks up and stuff. I can't remember. But anyway, not going to go deep into that. That is what I'm seeing. The metal ball being hit. And that is the problems, that we so think, oh my God, the world is ending. Why are things so horrible? It feels so heavy. Like, why can't it just go the way that I think it should go? Those are the problems. And it's literally just, now I'm seeing a bowling alley. It's like the bumpers. It's literally just leading you down the right way. But when you are someone who is so still, I can't even say connected. It's not just connected. I think that I still have a high attachment to the self beyond this. And I've never been fully grounded in the sense of like, Jen, you're here, you're right here right now. Nothing is going to change that. You're here to learn things. You have to be here right now. And when life gets a bit hard, sometimes I revert back to that. And it's really been hindering my learning. It's really been, even going back to another video that I was talking about, I think it's called Origin. I was talking about my whole birth story and how I was like 2.5 weeks late. And like the doctors and nurses done everything to try and get me out of my mom. And it's just like, it's always been that hesitation of like, do I actually want to be here, But it's that side of me that screams louder, that says that I am needed here. I need to learn things. Obviously, I need to evolve. I need to really gather all the tools that my soul needs in this lifetime. So it's beneficial for myself as well. But I think that what leads me mostly is the changes that I'm meant to make and the imprint that I'm meant to leave behind once I pass on and once I go back home. So it's been a lot of me tussling with the fact that I need to have a physical life. I need to focus on the physical life. What do I want to move in the physical life? How do I want to show up in the physical life? The things that I want, the things that I want in the 3D, and not even just material things. Like for me, it's mainly feelings and experiences, you know? Or like how I want to experience love that is so deep and so connected, that is so like telepathic. How I want to experience joy that is beyond words, like how I want to experience support and community and oneness within the physical realm, not just, not just on the outside of the physical realm. Like I want to be able to be in the denseness, but experience the light within it. And it's this tug of war within myself sometimes, because not to say that I always have the answers, but I always have access to them, the right answers for myself. I always have access to them, but I don't always want to listen. It's that tug of war of like, I just want to lean into home. And I think that's also why we seek, guys, because we just want to lean into more of what feels right and what feels just and good. When you come here, when you come here and you are meant to move people, it's kind of like you have a bigger chunk, a bigger piece that you hold on to of that feeling and that essence of home, and you bring it here with you. And then you have a really hard fucking time figuring out where that piece fits in. When everybody else's piece is a tiny little pebble and yours is this big block Rubik's Cube, and you're like, where the fuck does this fit in? I have always been like, I've always been, I always kind of was favored everywhere. So the popular kids spoke to me, like the nerdy kids spoke to me. The special needs kids absolutely spoke to me. I love them. I cared for everyone and I saw everyone as equal. And I think that kind of, that was mirrored back to me in the way that people had an undeniable respect for me. But at the same time, I never really fit in everywhere. I always ended up in friendships of threes, which is really cool. And then I always could tell that I was different from that friendship of three. But somewhere, somehow within that essence of being the three of us, that triangle, it always worked where the other friends were so different in dynamics that we all accepted each other where we were at. But I never really fit in anywhere because I always had that bigger essence, and I never understood why anybody else's essence wasn't that big and wasn't that square. You know? So anyway, this is going really deep and it's getting a little bit long. But just the message that I want to pass on here is the sense of, so sorry, I'm burping. It's the sense of you stepping into your mastery, you stepping forward and claiming that power and still searching for who you are. But I'm going to tell you what I was told tonight is to basically see how in my head I'm hearing get your ducks in a row. On a physical level, it's like, yes, you've mastered the top, but don't become top heavy. On a physical level, let's start getting our ducks in a row. And when it comes to self-mastery and when it comes to tapping into the wholeness of who you are and really trying to seek the full truth of who you are, don't rush it, because that's the whole point of being in this 3D where time is a restriction for us. It's to actually live by that. It's to live by the time, guys. Like, use the time to slow down and be really present with the process of the unfolding of yourself. I see. I'm thinking about another message that I that I delivered a while ago, and it's called to just read the book. And it was about the fact that before you came here, that higher self, if you want to say, has that blueprint and knows why you came here and mapped out your life and set up certain, the blueprint and the, what would you call them? Like the checkpoints where certain events, certain things are going to happen in your life for you, taking you in a particular direction. And it's like, if you came here remembering the whole book, like it would just be no purpose in being here. The whole point is for you to read the book. You would not go to a store, look at the book, and because you can read the title, you know exactly everything that's going to happen in the book. Would you actually still pick up the book? Would you still pick it up? Would you still want to experience it if you know everything that's going to happen? So it's going back to that message. And I've been asked to slow down because I'm in a really good place when it comes to my connection and tapping into a lot of gifts and things. And I feel like, obviously, feeling the need to share this, there's definitely people who are connected with myself and people who are in relation to where I am. And I just want you to know that, yes, you are mastering the connection. But let's make sure that we are mastering the presence as well. When we are doing the walk, let's make sure that we are actually slowing down to digest life. To digest life, slowing down even for the cooking, the cooking of life, before we even digest it. All the plans that you've got going on, don't jump ahead. It's about being present and being patient in the knowing that you're going exactly where you're supposed to go, that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Do you see it? Like, it's even with my thoughts now, I feel like my thoughts are racing. And after tonight, it's made me realize how fast and how ahead of myself I've been because I'm tapping into myself. You know? Take the time to slow down and be present and be more intentional with where you're at. Read every word in every page of that book. Not only is that going to bring your desires in and bring them in fast, this is not all about manifestation. But not only is it going to bring you those desires, it's also it's a massive part in the uncovering of your true self. You have to peel the layers back very easily, very gently. It's worth it. And I can see that you're so beautiful and that the unfolding is even more beautiful. The journey of it, especially being present with yourself throughout the process, is even so much more beautiful than the end result. So yeah, slow down, guys. Let's be more present. Let's get our ducks in a row. Let's focus more now that we have mastered or mastering anyway, those upper chakras, that connection. Now that you've finally made that clear channel, now is the time to perfect the areas that you may struggle with mostly, which is being here in the physical, which is establishing a life and acceptance around this physical plane and this physical body and this physical experience. Beautiful, beautiful energy coming through, man. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you feel called to. Now, if you made it this far, give me a heart in the comments. And let me know your thoughts. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you feel about this message, if you relate to it at all. And yeah, I'd love to hear your comments. All right, I'm gonna go to bed now. I love y'all so much. I am you. And till the next one.